What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? As usual, we're going to test out the later stages, even though it's not really required to go past 30, but just kind of curious how, difficult it gets. So we'll start off with stage 30 on the Kid Buu Extreme Z Awakening event, or Extreme Z Battle. And we'll kind of progress through level, I think it was like 80, and then level 100, and see how the difficulty gets. So for this part, I did go with a super strength team, just basically with the double lead Super Saiyan 4 Gokus. At this point in the stages, it's not overly difficult if you bring in strength units that fall within the Pure Saiyans category. So every single unit you see on here does fall into the Pure Saiyans category, so they do get the attack and defense boost for this particular Extreme Z battle, so it's probably best to go about it that way. And I mean, if you don't have the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, this team can do, it can do just fine up to stage 30 and a little past that. Looking back on it in hindsight, I didn't really struggle that much. It was fairly easy up to about stage 80, I think. That's when things started getting a little bit difficult, but manageable. It wasn't anywhere close to difficult like the other Extreme Z battle events. So this one's fairly straightforward as long as you bring in strength type, super strength actually, and go within the Pure Saiyan setup, you'll be fine. The extreme types will have a disadvantage toward the later parts. Basically, they're not going to get the type of damage potential that the super types will get. So it's best to just go about it with the super strength setup within the Pure Saiyans category, and yeah, you'll be fine. So for those wondering probably why I keep doing shit like this, I was actually working very late last night at work, so again, when I need to take breaks, I'm pretty much stuck at the office, so I need something to do when I'm taking breaks. So I kind of hop on this like 15-30 minutes at a time, and that's a good way to kill time and kill stress a little bit, I guess. So that's pretty much one of the few reasons I do this type of stuff. So stage 30 will be the last one you collect those types of rewards. After that, it's just going to be the Hercule statues. So like I said, pretty much pointless to go about it afterwards. It's more or less just, I don't know, kind of like testing out how far you can go. I mean, that's pretty much the only point of it. So I mean, for me, I'm always curious as to how things are, how difficult things can get later on. So I think we're on stage 80, so for this one I did try out the friend lead for the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, just because of the stats where it's 170% increase to attack and defense, and then 170% to HP and defense, and then 130% to attack. So you definitely get a little bit more in defensive boost from that. So I did go through like 10 or 20 stages with this setup, and I mean, it seemed to work pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I think I did switch over to the LR Spirit Bomb Goku leader, just so Vegeta also gets the benefit from that, even though it's 100% all across the board. So a little bit less than a double lead Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta setup in a way. But the drawback to bringing the Vegeta unit is it's going to be a neutral type, so he'll definitely take a lot more hits in damage. So for example, I don't know, like let's say, and you'll see it here at some point, but let's say Super Saiyan 4 Goku takes about 20,000 in damage from a normal attack. The Vegeta unit would end up taking like close to 40,000, so almost double in damage taken. So that's the only drawback to this team format. But Vegeta definitely does bring in benefits where he's got the ability to attack numerous times, and it's got a chance to become a super attack as well. So it's definitely a way to kind of speed up the process a little bit. But And you'll see this come up here in a second, but I ended up switching the team setup a little bit. Once I hit like 85 to 90, just kind of altered the plan a little bit just to make things a little bit more straightforward, I guess, in a way. So overall, definitely not bad. I mean, it's always fun to just kind of test things out, different team setups and builds, and see how they do. So luckily, I have a decent amount of units within the Pure Saiyans category that are super strength types, so I was able to build a decent team overall, and balance is more important than anything, honestly. The Spirit Bomb Goku definitely does help out a lot because of the ability to increase attack and defense based on the amount of ki collected, but also recovers 7,777 HP per ki collected also. So essentially, you're going to be able to counter the damage taken from Kid BUU by recovering HP whenever he's on rotation. So you'll see the alternate team build I went with toward the latter part of the stages, and I'll kind of explain that once that comes up. But at this point, yeah, the HP levels definitely start getting a little bit low. Right now it looks to be about, I don't know, roughly about 40%, or not 40, but 25%. Super Saiyan 4 Goku definitely does provide a lot of help here. He's able to hit very hard, and he does have a slim chance to counter. Like, it seems like in these Extreme Z battle setups, he definitely counters a lot less than normal, and it's all based on luck anyway, but it just feels like that sometimes. So that was stage 80 of the Kid BUU EZA, or Extreme Z battle. So now we're moving on to the last spot I ended up going through, which is stage 100. For this one, I actually went with the double lead LR Spirit Bomb Goku just because of the ability to increase attack and defense and also recover HP. It's beneficial, and it also seems appropriate that he's going to be the MVP for the setup, against Kid BUU. So I did change the overall team a little bit. I brought in the Extreme Z Awakened Broly and Majin Vegeta. Broly is actually one of the better defenders within this team. He's probably the second best after the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta unit, and then Majin Vegeta is obviously for converting the agility ki over to the strength type, just to help the LR Spirit Bomb Goku recover as much HP as possible whenever the rotation's on, and increase attack and defense. So having two of the LR Spirit Bomb Gokus will definitely help out a lot in terms of basically filling the HP bar back up after taking quite a bit of hit from Kid BUU. And you'll see, the damage taken from Kid BUU, it definitely changes up to this point. You're looking at about 34,000 from a regular attack, and then the super attack will hit for about 100,000. So definitely a decent amount. Broly does not hit that much. Obviously 300,000 with the crit is still a good amount, but he's at a disadvantage because him and Majin Vegeta are extreme types, so they're not going to be able to hit as hard. But again, Broly's going to be able to be one of the best defenders with this setup, and then Majin Vegeta's, he's purely there to help the Spirit Bomb Goku collect as much ki as possible. So you can see I set it up for the next rotation where the agility orbs are going to change over to the strength orbs, so to maximize the